All right, next two. It says solve for y. Okay, that means get the y by itself. So we're going to circle our y and its coefficient and get rid of anything attached to the circle. So we have a minus x. We get rid of minus x by adding x. It hangs off in space because those are not like terms. We're just going to bring everything down. We have half of a y, bring it down in order, positive x minus 1. Now, we haven't had this yet, but we do know how to solve equations. So if this were an equation and we were trying to get rid of a fraction, we would multiply by the reciprocal. We're going to do the same thing. How do I get rid of this 1/2? I can't divide everything by 1/2 because we don't divide fractions. Instead, we multiply by the reciprocal. So we're going to multiply everything by 2. So this is just a y. 2 times x is 2x. Minus 2 times 1 is 2. So that one was a little tricky because of that fraction. But it's the same thing we've been doing to solve equations. Whenever you see a fraction, you need to get rid of it. You're going to multiply by the reciprocal. Next question is, I'm going to write it bigger. 4x plus 5 equals 2y. Is that standard form? Well, what is standard form? It's ax plus by equals c. So yes, this is ax, but my by is in the wrong place, and my c is also in the wrong place. So no, it's not standard form. Explain. The 4x and the 2y need to be on the same side, and the 5 needs to be on the other side. So the 4x and the 2y should be on one side, and the 5 should be on the other side. So the standard form for this would be 4x minus 2y equals -5 if you were to put everything in the right place. All right, so for the next problem, we're solving for y. We're putting it in y equals mx plus b form. So we're going to circle the y and its coefficient. We're going to get rid of what's attached to the circle, which this time is a -3. How do we get rid of -3? We do the opposite by adding. It's going to hang out in space because it's not a like term to that 5x. We're going to bring everything down in the right order. So we have a 4y. This side's already in the right order, and we have a 5x plus 3. Now, I still needed to say y equals, not 4y equals. So how do I get rid of the 4? I divide every single thing in the equation by 4. So this is just y. I'm going to separate my fraction from my x, 5/4 x, and then plus 3/4. We leave all the fractions. We're not making mixed numbers. We're not making decimals. That's it. All right, last practice problem. Justin claims he correctly solved this equation. Christian claims the same thing. Who's correct? Let's see. I'm going to write the equation a little bit bigger. It's -3x plus 4y equals 16. And we're solving for y, so we need to get the y by itself. Circle the y and its coefficient. Get rid of what's attached to the circle, which is the -3x. Do the opposite. Add it. It's hanging in space. Those are not like terms. Bring everything down in the right order. 4y, x comes first. It's positive. 16 comes next. It's also positive. I need this to say y, not 4y. Get rid of the 4 by dividing every single thing in this equation by 4. So we have y. Separate the fraction and the x. 3/4 x plus 16 divided by 4 is 4. So who had this equation? 3/4 x plus 4. It's positive. So Justin is correct. That's for part A. So Christian said it was -3/4. For part B, what mistake did the other scholar make? So the mistake that Christian made, Christian had -3/4, so he most likely subtracted 3x on both sides when he should have added. That's why he had that negative. That's it. It's time for the exit ticket. Take your time, follow the steps, pay attention to your signs, and you should be fine.